Hi folks, Lee Gerstenberger here with Interviewing Insights. This one I'm calling Separation Agreements. Watch out. Again, in the last few weeks I've talked to several individuals that have been displaced by their current employers. And fortunately for them, they've been given a separation agreement to review and sign to get some severance. And while that's usually a good thing, you've got to be careful. Many times, separation agreements come with certain restrictions about who you can go to work for, what you can do when you go to work for them, where you can work, the industry you can work in. You got to be very, very careful. And in addition to that, I found that many times separation agreements aren't as generous financially as maybe the employer wished they had been. And by the time I've heard about them, I'm thinking, boy, I think I might have worked a little harder and negotiated a little harder, or maybe even, if I were them, retained outside counsel to represent me to try to get a little bit more from my former employer as part of the separation agreement. Again, people are reluctant to sometimes engage outside counsel, but most separation agreements you sign, you're also acknowledging that you had the right to meet with outside counsel. And so if you had that opportunity and you didn't take it, shame on you. Most things are negotiable. Just about everything's negotiable. And one of the things I've learned in my career is companies, for the most part, are reasonable. They don't want prolonged, drawn-out litigation. And so if you've got an attorney that's advising you properly, that's used to handling separation agreements, usually they'll do a pretty good job reaching out to the HR department or the legal department for your employer, and then they can make pretty quick work out of coming up with something that's acceptable to you and feels reasonable to your former employer. So don't overlook the opportunity to engage outside counsel, particularly if you have to sign a separation agreement. You might only get another month or two of compensation, but you might also find that you don't find that you're hampered with certain restrictions as to what you can do and how long you have to wait before you can do it when you leave that employer. I hope you found this information helpful. Have a great week, and I look forward to catching up with you real soon.